Activation code required. Access granted. Warning. Evacuation sequence activated.
Paranormal bunker. You'll come on down and join Nikki, Robert, Kayla, and Cole. Wednesdays at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Sit with us as we traverse the portals of the universe. Let loose the secrets of the cryptids. Make haste with the truth of conspiracy. And explore the hauntings of our world. And once again, welcome to the S4 Paranormal Bunker.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the S4 Paranormal Bunker. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Hi.
Hello.
How's everybody doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
That's excellent.
We were just talking, and so I'm going to ask everyone, how's Massachusetts doing? Yeah. How you guys fucking doing?
Oh,
I have been
God.
watching like hundreds of videos of people smashing TVs. It's been great.
Excuse me? What the hell?
They got so mad at the end of the game, they actually smashed their big TVs in wherever they were watching.
Because they lost.
Oh,
Yeah.
but some guy put his whole life savings like on the Seahawks. He's doing amazing. He put 33,000, I believe.
Damn.
Good
Yeah.
God.
Sad that's his entire life saving. Oh,
It's what it said in the video, and he showed the bet, so he's living at large.
Yeah, friend.
I would have lost my ass. So.
Yes, you would have. I believe, like you two saw in the S4 chat, I made her put it in there because she said that's what it will be. I absolutely guarantee it. She had put down that the Patriots were going to win by 3.
I did think that.
Hey.
Oh, I was saying that that Seattle was gonna win by 23.
Oh God. You know. All right.
And then, boom.
So, people that don't know this about me, and now we're gonna have fewer listeners because of this, probably. I have always been a Patriots fan. From the time I was a little kid, I've always been a Patriots fan, and. Now I've seen 2 fucking Super Bowls where the Patriots have gone up against the Seahawks, which is Cole's team. And
mine.
those are always
And Nikki's.
super exciting games in our household. Because we're just sitting there like smacking each other the whole time. Ah, look, my guy did that! Yeah, so, alright. I'll give him this one because I got to get the last one.
Yeah,
so.
at the end, like towards the end of the game, Kayla was just smacking me like, look, my guy got sacked. Friend.
Hey now. I will say that this time was a little bit different, okay? For sure. By the time like halfway got through, I was like, man, I kind of miss the old guy. Like, what happened here?
And Kayla, we are not going to lose listeners because you're a Patriots fan. Every story has a villain.
Ouch.
So,
Jeez.
I even tried walking myself on the porch.
Kayla,
It didn't work.
What year were you born?
88.
1842.
88. Okay, I remember when the Bears and the Patriots were my two favorite teams in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, hardcore. Patriots and Bears have always been favorites. Well, Patriots, and then it just became the Patriots and the Seahawks. And of course, home team, baby. Gotta have the home team.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, no.
I don't have a home team in this league. I can't do that.
Well, born and raised Washingtonian
Now,
Seahawks fan.
I'll cheer for the Seahawks, but not if they're up against the Patriots, which only happens if they go to Super Bowl. So, I mean...
Yeah.
I did think how they made the grass people during the halftime show. That was pretty cool.
See, this is how we know you cheer for the Panthers. The only thing you have to talk about is the halftime show.
Wow.
All right. What are we talking about tonight?
Tonight we are talking about portals. Wormholes. Einstein-Rosen bridges.
Einstein-Rosie bridges.
Black holes. No, not really.
Technically, they are portals.
We don't know that.
It's theorized.
It's one theory.
Well, okay, so the one theory about the black hole, though, is that it opens up to a white hole somewhere else in the universe, and that it actually is...
I like how Nikki's mind went to the gutter first. That never happens.
Sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep talking, Kayla.
My mind is very visual. That is so wrong on so many freaking levels. Sorry, folks. I might just have to mute myself.
Robert, that was the wrong motion.
That was what?
That was the wrong motion because it's two holes, so...
Okay.
Technically, a portal is just a tunnel.
Oh, that makes it so much worse.
Tunnel between the white and the black hole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, okay, so last week we were talking about
Interracial.
how there is a portal beyond Neptune.
What?
Oh, what?
There is a portal just on the other side of Neptune.
Okay.
Yes, there is.
According to a lot of alien researchers and UFO investigators, yes.
Okay. So, what about this porthole?
From there, I'm going to hand it to Nikki.
What?
Because I don't know anything about this portal, really. So.
Okay, let me know if you cannot hear me, because I've had problems with this mic. So, what I remember from my time with SSP is that there is a known portal. R. Keith Andrews and a young woman that I know who wants to remain nameless because she doesn't want her name in public. I understand that. I remember it as being called a... Oh, Cole, I sent you the info in the chat. I can't think of the word. It's not a portal, a jump portal, which is what I want to call it. R. Keith Andrews called it a... Oh, look it back up, please.
Give me 1 second here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jump. Fucking fuggers. Jump point.
A jump point. Thank you. And that's exactly what she called it. And so I think of it as a portal or a well, yeah, a jump portal. And basically it's the equivalent of think of the TV series, the TV and movie series, actually.
Stargate.
Stargate.
But without the ring.
Without the ring. The difference is that this is a natural occurrence. Robert and I both did a AI image type of thing, and I combined what he did combined with what I did and put them together, and I'm like, that is the closest that I can come. The difference is there's no light. It's like a ring, an oval ring. It's not round. It is oval, the way I remember it anyway. The other two may describe it a bit different. There's a few other people that I do know that remember it, but they very rarely ever talk about it. But that's only after, that's a whole nother subject. Anyway, so to stay on track, yes, it's there. It's I remember it beyond Neptune, but our Keith Andrews had said it's quite some distance away from Neptune, but yes, it's on the other side of Neptune. And it's it's not usually, it's in a location that has not been, for whatever reason, caught via the technology that we've got out, that us humans have out in space, or that NASA has out in space. Anyway, the other thing is, not only do I remember that from my days in SSP, I also remember I lost my ever-loving shit when I first saw the movie Star Trek. Wasn't Beyond, it was the one after. Maybe it is Beyond. It's the one where they get caught into they kept calling them a bunch of bees.
Beyond the Fence.
Beyond, is it Beyond? Star Trek Beyond?
Yeah, yep, it was. Where they met the white-faced and black.
Yes, yeah, and she had stripes on her face.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so that is the movie that I'm thinking of. Because in the movie, when the Enterprise comes upon a spherical type of domed, multi-leveled city, I lost my ever-loving freaking mind when I saw that. And I saw that movie once again, a number of years after it was in theaters, and which was only, to me, a few years ago, like 2-3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, God, that looks familiar. Why the hell does that look familiar? And I couldn't put my finger on it. And then I started having more and more flashbacks of SSP days for me. And I kind of lost my shit when I remembered the Neptune portal. And then I went, oh my God. Because I didn't think that I'd ever been through it. And I have been. And on the other side of it, there's a specific location where there's a dome, an environment-like city that is very similar to what is that domed city in that movie. And I'm a little freaked out by it.
I guess I have a question about the portal or jump point. So
yeah.
If we're talking beyond Neptune, are we talking beyond Neptune in between, like, Saturn and Neptune? Or are we talking, like, between Venus and Neptune? Or are we talking other side?
I don't remember. That's the problem for me. Our Keith Andrews could most likely, and this other young lady, the reason I call her young lady is because she's under 25. So, and that's how I think of her as. But, excuse me, she's above 18 and younger than 25.
So I guess what I would say is north, south, east, stuff. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean, but I don't remember how to describe it.
You listed 2 planets that aren't near Neptune, first of all.
What the hell are you talking about?
Kayla?
Saturn and Venus?
Well, considering Venus is the second planet from the sun. Right.
Okay.
Saturn is 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. Neptune is 8th.
Cole,
only-
put up a
But that's what
picture
I'm.
in the chat.
Cool.
would you,
That's what
please?
I'm talking about. Is which direction from. Okay, so it's either Venus side of Neptune or Saturn side of Neptune is, I guess, what I'm talking about. Because if you're talking about going beyond,
That's the same
like,
side.
no, not really. Okay, so closer to the sun or further away from the sun, like out to the outer or into the inner.
Outer.
Okay.
There we go.
But
Okay,
Kayla,
hang on. I
Neptune
gotta
is the
see
last
this.
planet in our solar system.
Okay.
Yes.
Venus is the 2nd planet. Saturn is the 6th.
It depends on the. No, I'm not. I'm not crazy. I know what I'm trying to say. I guess it's just not coming
Did you
out
see in
right.
the chat, though?
Hmm.
Like, I posted the picture of it.
Okay. Yep.
I don't understand what you mean.
Neither do I. Just forget about it.
Friend.
Okay, sorry.
Because the other side of Neptune from Earth would be the outside of the solar system.
Okay.
The reason we were talking about this last week was because of... What's its name? Does anybody remember the satellite?
The satellite coming back to life after
Yeah.
being
I can't
dead
remember
forever.
its name, though, right now. Voyager 1, isn't it?
Something
Yeah,
like that.
there you go.
Friend. And being able to send us images of beyond Pluto now.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's past that.
Okay. Cool.
Friend.
See, the thing is, Cole, is I do not. I'm looking right now at a $50.52 poster that somebody, but it's showing the planets in order. The thing is that I don't remember Pluto. Excuse me. Right now I do not remember Pluto, but I remember the opening to the, and it's far. It's quite a distance.
You mean you don't
Because the
remember
way
where
I'm
Pluto
looking
is?
at it. No, I remember where Pluto is, like on the map, like what I'm looking at right now. But in my memory of SSP and being in that shuttle, well, it's not a shuttle. It's what we would call a shuttle, but it's they were calling it a transport vehicle. God, this is just a trip and a half to even talk about. But anyway, what I remember is I remember coming from, there's a moon or some kind of planet you can land on near Neptune. I don't remember if it's, I don't remember if it's a moon or what the hell it is. I know others say the name and I'm like, yeah, that's the one, but I never remember the frickin' name. I do not know why. That's extremely unusual for me. But what I remember is coming off of that and going towards the opening to that jump. See, I keep wanting to call it a jump portal. To that location, and I remember sitting there in that transport vehicle. Oh God, you guys went completely silent, and I'm still looking at this map. Are we still?
Yeah,
okay, that's what I want. Okay, and I remember sitting in the transport vehicle, looking at this oval-shaped opening, and it's interesting because the way I remember it as this natural thing but I don't remember what opens it. I remember my brain doing something with the thought process and the machinery. I remember my hands going over some kind of device. I can't describe the device, but I have the memory, the motion, and the the muscle memory. That's what I was trying to say. Sorry, guys. It's been a really weird, long, bad day for me. So the fact that I'm even able to put this into words right now is a big deal. I remember the muscle memory in my hands and my hands going over something on the almost like a screen, but it's some kind of device in front of me or off to my right side of my body, but in front. And this thing opening up. Now, it's different than what I remember from like the TV show Deep Space Nine, where they have that wormhole or whatever the heck they called it in the TV show.
Yeah.
Where people were coming and going from it. But you can come and go from this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Something obviously triggers it. I remember it opening, but I don't remember the exact opening of it. But how, when it is open, it's got this blue, almost iridescent, hazy look about. It's almost ethereal. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like it's like the core of it is like this creamy white, but not quite, and it opens up and feathers out. Well, yeah, feathers out, and as it's feathering out, it turns to this blue. That's how I remember it. But I also remember there's some kind of gray to it, like it's part of space. And tiny flecks of white dots, and my screen just went out. Are you still with me?
Yeah.
There you are. Okay. So, yeah, there's all of that. That's what I remember. Now, but the thing is I don't remember going through it. What I do remember is, like right this second, the sensation of going through it, but seeing that domed city, that domed something. I don't know what else to call it, because it doesn't look like a city to me inside from what I remember. But it's very similar to that Star Trek movie. Oh my God.
So,
Lost my shit when I saw that.
has anyone ever went through a portal on Earth?
Oh, I know they have.
No, like either of you guys.
I don't remember going through one. I know that I've been through a jump room on Mars.
Yeah.
That one I can definitely verify, because there were, oh my God, there's so many different things. But I do not have any memories of going from Earth, an Earth jump room to Mars. It's very possible I have. I just don't remember it.
I would
but
be
I
more
definitely
like an Earth-to-Earth situation.
Of a what?
Earth-to-Earth situation.
Oh, from one location to another?
Yes.
On Earth. Yeah, I'm sure that can be done.
Like,
But man, it would have to be really deep government. It would have to be as deep as SSP is.
like we have so many movies based on.
I'm pretty sure I've been through a portal. I'm pretty sure I went through a portal a couple of days ago at work.
I don't know if you went to a portal or you were just abducted.
I don't know. It was a super weird fucking scenario.
Friend. Yeah, we are definitely going to come back to that.
Showing.
Okay, so I gotta tell you guys what
Okay,
happened to
we'll do it
me.
now.
There we go.
What?
I said we were going to come back to that, but we'll do it now.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Nope, go.
Alright,
Oh, thank you, Robert. Yes, that was it.
I gotta tell you guys what happened to me the other night at work. Because it is the weirdest fucking experience, and actually... Anyways, so, got to work, and our first break is 2 hours after we get to work. Okay? So, 15 minutes into being at work, all of the machinery shut down. All of it.
Good God.
And so we moved over to start doing like little hands-on stuff. And then I looked down at the stuff that I was doing, and I sat down in a chair, and my boss came up behind me and said, "Hey, have you gone to break yet?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And turned and looked, and it was after 8:15. Okay, so it had already been 2 hours of time that had passed. But it only had felt like 30 seconds of time had passed. Because I sat down, and then my boss was behind me asking me if I'd gone to break yet. Okay? And I kind of looked at him really weird and said, no. And he goes, "Well, you need to go to break." And I said, "Okay." And I got up, and then he went over to the 2 other people that were working beside me and said, "Well, have you guys gone to break yet either?" And they kind of laughed, looked at the clock and went, no. And got up to go to break. And on our way out there, I looked at him, I was like, and they started talking to me and were like, "Dude, did 2 hours really pass?" Like, it felt like 30 seconds. Like, we didn't even get any work done. We didn't get anything finished, anything. So, we had literally been there for like 30 seconds, but 2 hours ended up passing in that period of time for all 3 of us in the same section. But for everybody else, it had been 2 full hours of work. What?
Just posted a GIF in the
Okay.
thingy.
But yeah, no, so I have a feeling that we got sucked into some kind of a freaking portal or abducted by aliens or something. Because there is no reason that 3 people in the same exact area should have all had the same exact period of time passed without realizing that that period of time had passed at all. And actually, the guy that was working back there with us never came back to work because it scared the Christ out of him. So he quit and left.
That's some supernatural stuff. Spooky.
Yeah, no, it was really spooky.
Huh.
And then, like, on top of that, like, with all the electric going out, like, right beforehand,
Yeah.
and everything else, like, it was very strange. But the rest of the night that went by totally fine. Like, time passed normally, everything was fine. But it was just those 2 hours that we had, like, complete no recollection of at all. Cole?
Huh.
You are both muted. Why are you both muted?
Sorry, that's my fault.
Oh.
So Kayla, and thank you, Cole, because I'd completely forgotten about that. Kayla, can I get permission from you to talk to your guides and to have them answer me?
Yeah, that's fine. I do have to say, though, I can't have anything on, like, anything to do with actual work. Like...
No. This is ET abduction stuff. This has nothing...
Okay.
Okay, guys.
Robert's still muted.
But yeah, so the guy that was working with us, that was
Yeah,
one
it's
of the
'cause
three
he's eating.
people, he quit. He was done. He did not come back. He was not having it.
And there were only 3 of you, and the electricity went out beforehand?
Yes.
How long beforehand did it go out?
Like 30 seconds. That's what I'm saying. Is that, okay, so at 15 minutes after I started shift, all the electricity went out. Then it took like 30 seconds to 2 minutes to move from that section into another section where we were sitting down, like, doing hands-on stuff because they were trying to get the electric started. And then it was 2 hours later. So from the time the electric went out to the time that we missed 2 hours was anywhere from 30 seconds to 2 minutes tops.
Yeah, this is not time slip. This is way too resemblance of an ET abduction in my book. Way too resemblance. And it leads me into be asking why you okay, there's way too many questions I've got right now. Way too many frickin' questions. Okay, I just got told the Greys.
Okay. Like those big-eyed bastards.
Well, some of them do, some of them don't.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just weirded out by your beady little eyes.
My beady little baby eyes. Look at this thing!
As they're holding your pancreas.
Yeah, no shit.
Don't worry, your boss only just sold you them for like.
Has something to do with Tess. Why would all three of you, though? I wonder, because I know. Okay, we've talked about this before,
Yeah.
both publicly and privately.
Go for it.
Because you guys get you and Cole periodically get taken with missing time. You can't decipher that it's ET abduction, but now you've got this kind of situation at work, and there are two other witnesses to it that have experienced the exact same thing. I don't think this is a portal.
See,
I'm getting abducted.
Or even a time slip. I mean, a time slip you don't have.
well, I can say that, and Cole can back me up on this, 2 days previous to that, we actually lost a whole section of the road on the way home again, too.
Yeah,
But I'm getting abducted, and I know that. Because
yeah,
I
both
have
of you
a very
are.
nice ass. And so they be probing.
Oh, Jesus.
Damn.
What? Kayla
Baby
told me it was nice.
He's got a nice booty.
So,
Yeah, but no, but like, I don't know, because...
Your
Alright.
voice just. You got yourself embarrassed on that when I heard it. Sorry, dear. Anyway, go on. It just caught me off guard. See,
So-
that's my mouth tonight.
See, the thing is, though, is that, like, so I've had a lot of really weird shit happen to me, okay, that is not necessarily totally explainable. I have a lot of random missing periods of time, and a lot of, like, stuff that just
God, Kayla, this
shouldn't
is-
be there, that just magically appears. But, with that all being said, okay,
well, explain that.
like the stupid road trip with me and Mom, where we ended up in like an alternate dimension. Anyway, so I have a lot of really strange things like that happen, yes. And I've had a few incidences at work like that happen, but never to the point where there are
Other people.
other people
That you don't know.
that I do not know, that I've not really interacted with, because I don't really, at this particular job, I don't really interact with people. We kind of just do our own thing, and most of us don't even really know each other's names or anything. Like, we just kind of are in our own section doing our own thing. But to have three people in the same section doing the same thing disappear for the same amount of time, but also what I would like to know is if anybody, like, if we were still physically there for that 2 hours, like, did people see us? Or, because that's the problem, that we are very isolated in the area that we're in, so I don't know if
I'm gonna tell you
we
something.
just blanked out and, like, our minds blanked out 2 hours, or...
I'm going to tell you something that I have learned in the last 2 years that has just horrified me. Horrified me, shocked me, and yet, oh, that's kind of cool, but what the fuck? All wrapped into one big ball. Joyous little gift ball, isn't it fun? All right, so here we go down a rabbit hole. I have heard more from abductees who are remembering more of their experiences.
Uh-huh.
And these are people that have been remembering for 10 plus years or more. Okay? Or a lot more. Couple of them closer to 20, 15 and 20. So, and what I've heard from them are things like, did you know that the extraterrestrials can make it appear there's some kind of, now this is coming from other people. This is
So
not
you're
coming
talking
from
like
me because
holographic processor or something that...
yes.
Uh-huh.
However, it means that they have to keep depending upon how many people are involved that they're doing this to, that they are abducting, you end up with, so like if somebody's in bed, they end up with a hologram, and you have basically a monitor, an ET who is a monitor that has that.
But see,
that what looks like a physical person there sleeping, and so if somebody comes in and checks, and everything looks like it's okay. Now, I have heard some of them, not very many, very few in fact, but some actually talk about that they have had other people see them doing busy work within the home or on the property, and they weren't frickin' there. Now, that goes into a whole nother ballgame, because that means that they are being physically active and are interacting with either animals on the property or other people on the property. And how the hell is that? I mean, seriously, because you're dealing with a whole different series of almost like a whole different series of realities when you're dealing with that shit.
Yeah.
But there's the aspect of it. How do you keep something? Because that's more than just holographic. That is something that is holographic that can physically interact. That, to me, is when you hit the frightening, the freak out of a human's mind mode. Because how the F did they create that? Is that a clone that somebody's controlling? That's the question, because hello, I'm sitting here raising my hand for those that don't know. I'm waving my hand back and forth because I'm like freaking out over, when you think about this, I know that there are clones because I've woken up in 3 clone bodies because of SSP. They can do it. If they are having the capability of doing something like that, and that's us as humans who are working with extraterrestrials, then what the hell can the extraterrestrials do in order to keep the human who is abducted, to keep them on board their ship and do whatever it is that they're doing to that person on board ship, but yet at the same time on Earth, here they've got somebody who is in a physical container. Now, I know how they do all that shit, but what gets me is who the F is controlling it. Is it the ET, or is it the what's the word I'm looking for? Somebody else coming in higher consciousness into that physical clone body. That is a major nightmare scenario to me.
Well, okay.
Major
so
scenario.
If we're gonna go off of that, okay?
Yeah.
Then
there's so many options.
Right. What I would assume would be an easier option, honestly, and this actually sounds really ridiculous, but if instead of making the clone, instead of doing all of this extra work for no reason, I think if they wanted to, they could just abduct or just take the part of your consciousness that they're looking for.
already can do that.
Right.
I've already had that.
This is what I'm saying, is I don't think that they would go to all the trouble of making clones and doing all this extra stuff and everything if they didn't have to. So,
Yeah.
it's you,
So what makes
it's
them
you,
have to?
It's you doing your own repetitive tasking. You doing your own... It's just the consciousness piece that is being examined.
Oh, so you're saying, okay, that's an interesting thought process on that.
Because in order to do...
There's another thought that you just popped into my head with that, though.
So in order to do all of the stuff that you're talking about, like through cloning and through all of this is such a heavy process and such a long and involved process. Unless you needed every piece of that person for whatever you are doing, all you need is the piece of consciousness that contains the information that you need. So it could be that person doing every bit of the tasking and everything else, but more
just like
as
they're doing with SSP.
Yeah, kind of like a empty shell that only has motor functions.
They don't retain the knowledge of them being taken.
Yes, because your full consciousness wouldn't be there. It would just
where
be...
they are.
Yeah, it would just be the ability to do remedial tasks like breathing and moving a little bit. Maybe certain passive language or whatever, but only very, very sparse amounts of actual human consciousness, where your full consciousness or the piece that they're looking at, whether it's your primordial, whether it's your spiritual, whatever, is the piece that they have pulled so that they can experiment on that. But it would be a lot less cost effective, I guess,
taxing,
and a lot less time and taxation to make a clone and do this whole involved process than just taking the piece of you that they need to take to run whatever they're running.
Yeah, but that, with what you're talking about, they cannot be if you're still talking about, I'm assuming based on what you had talked about, that you are stating that it's still via the not the clone, the hologram. I couldn't think of the word. With a portion of the abducted individual's higher consciousness.
No, actually, what I was stating was that it would be the individual's full physical body and a piece of their consciousness. All that they would be taking would be the pieces that they were working on, because of the fact that...
No. The reason why I'm saying no to that, Kayla, is because that when you're abducted, they're going to take your... Depending upon what they're doing to you, they're going to take the physical body. Unless they are... Okay, now in SSP, and we may very well have... Because I have an idea, something that you actually inspired with, which I'll get to in just a moment. Just remind me of it, please.
Okay.
So it has to do with the higher consciousness levels of what SSP does, but in either a clone that the ETs are making, or in depending upon what all is being done to the one that's being abducted, or via a hologram, being manipulated that way. Now, the thing with SSP is that, and I know this because I had the ETs who were doing it show me. They have a device that can go over. It's a very technical device, but it goes over the forehead, and there's a 3-layer. It's 3 parts, and it literally subdivides out the higher consciousness of the human.
Okay.
Now, the higher consciousness has multiple different levels. I know this solely because of the higher consciousness work that I've done.
Okay.
And being able to do be in 5 places at once. So I can be physically where I'm at right now, but my higher consciousness will be in 4 other locations.
Okay.
It is a trip and a half when it happens because you can see everything. And I mean, it's like a 360 in every single room you're at.
Right.
That all said, one of those levels of higher consciousness gets abducted. The device stays on, the ET device stays on the forehead of the one that they're doing this to, of the human. Okay? The middle layer goes with the another ET, and one ET stays with the human that has this device put on. Which, of course, I didn't know that back then, but I now know it now. So, anyway, so you've got an ET staying with the physical human.
Okay.
And you've got a device on the forehead. Now, you've got 2 devices going with the ET who is going back on board ship. Back on board ship, what you have is, now this is SSP. Okay, this is different than regular ETs. Okay, so I would just want to be clear with this. So that ET that has gone back has gone on board ship again to be with other humans and other ETs. They take that 2-part device now, and they put one part of the device, I believe, if I remember correctly, it is the top piece that goes over the top of the clone. And it turns on once it recognizes the physical form, and then it recognizes the correct body and the correct information. That's how I should say that. And somehow connects the higher consciousness that was divided, and it puts it into that body.
Okay, but
now I know that because I've woken up in those bodies, but they have control of the middle device. Now, that all said, I know that they can do that.
No,
but what I didn't think about was that they could potentially do this in either a different clone body, and have that clone body. I've never thought about this before. This is a hell of a thought process on this one. They could conceivably have a clone body, the regular ETs, for whatever reason, and have that body ready, because hello, they can store it. It's not all that difficult for them to store them.
Yeah.
Although it does take up space, but it's not all that difficult for them to do it. And then put the consciousness in and use that clone to make. But that's if the person is really physically active.
So
but
no, I'm just gonna say from a purely
this is bizarre. It's a hell of a thought.
Purely scientific point of view. Okay. If I am an advanced race, and I'm not saying you're wrong, not by any means. I'm just saying that if I am an advanced race that has...
No, we're just talking it out.
...a massive amount of technology at my hands, okay? It is going to be easier to transfer electrical impulses and light impulses than it is going to be to transfer an entire body. Okay, because the matter breakdown is totally different than transferring electrical impulse, which your entire brain / consciousness is electrical impulse and frequency. Okay? So, if I am a scientific being that has had millions of years to work on the technology portions of things, me personally, if I'm going to abduct somebody, I'm not going to actually physically abduct them because I would never have to. I would transfer their electronical impulses into the only way
the sound
to
has gotten really weird.
Oh, sorry. The only way to really
The sound-
explain...
Yeah, it's super fuzzy on my end.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, everything's fine here.
But the only way for me
Yeah.
to explain this would be... okay, you know how they have holographic simulators in, like, Star Trek? Like a full hologram deck type
Yeah.
thing? Okay,
Yeah.
so if I'm a scientifically advanced being with that capability, all I'm doing is transferring their consciousness into a computer program. I'm not going to pull them up, I'm not going to anything, because I can still ask and do the same exact things that I would do to the physical body.
That is so not true, and that's proven in Star Trek itself.
Okay, yeah, for the NPCs, but not for the ones that go into. And if you, even in Star Trek, you can take off the safety settings, and it is just like real life. You can die in there and everything else.
But they're not taking the consciousness. When you go into a holographic thing, you're not taking your consciousness is what's going in. Your body's going in.
No, I understand that. I'm talking more like, okay.
Kind of like Centauri in The Last Starfighter, leaving the clone body
yeah,
of Alex.
Yeah, or like, Ready Player One, I guess, where you're
Yeah,
going
that too.
into an electronically simulated world, but as your consciousness in that electronically simulated world. So I could sit
And you
there...
still have to do all the movements.
Yes, so I could sit next to that person and ask them all about their life, and they could give me all of their experiences and everything else without actually having to move any physical matter.
But you're assuming you know why they're abducting you.
No, and that's what I'm saying, is that, like, obviously that there's different reasons for different things, and if we actually look at past abductions and stuff, there have been several where somebody's gone into somebody's room or something, and the entire person is gone. I'm not saying that that's exactly what they're doing, but what I'm saying is, if you have the capability of doing it, there's no reason that you wouldn't have at least tried that, or do that as a different type of abduction. Like, there's got to be multiple layers of different types of abduction. There can't just be like a guy coming in and like beaming the whole body onto something, because there's plenty of places where even with safety settings and everything else, the human body just wouldn't fucking survive.
If you build it, they will come.
Right? Like, so there's got to be some way of a conscious swap at some point. And not saying that that's all they do, because I know for absolute sure that that's not all they do.
But in no way are aliens infallible.
No, nothing that lives is infallible.
Okay, so number one, that argument disappears right away, because you're right, there's some places where humans won't survive. Sometimes that was probably just the experiment itself.
Was to see if they could.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And when
no,
they didn't, they
for
just
sure.
disappeared forever.
Yeah,
Fair
we
enough.
got quite a bit of just disappearing forevers. Yes.
Friend. Number two, if you have all of this technology, you have the technology also probably to create the atmosphere we need.
Right, and I mean, like, that's what I'm saying, is that there's all of these different possibilities of stuff, but when we talk about, okay,
Here's
so...
the thing, you don't know what the laws are either.
No, I don't know if they have a totally different set of physical laws than we do, because they could. It depends on where they're from, if they're in a vacuum
And you
space,
also
if
don't
they're
know
in
what they deem as
Moral.
sacred, moral, yeah.
Because
Yes.
it would be like, to them, we could be like rats, and they're just
But
experimenting.
cloning us
Yeah.
could be completely moral to them.
No, absolutely.
Taking our consciousness, absolutely fucking not.
Absolutely, and that's why I'm saying it would be different species doing different things, but we have had several incidences of people in the past explaining, I'm going to go with somebody that I know quite a bit about when I talk about that, but like, okay, so Nikola Tesla, has several times that he has said that he communicated, and solely communicated. It wasn't a physical connection. It was a mental connection, and only mental, with different beings from different solar systems. So there has to be something, some kind of a transfer happening there, some kind of an informational something where it's just the consciousness that would be communicating from one to another. Now, it could be long range telepathy and different things like that, absolutely. But there has to be some way to just communicate the consciousnesses, because there's been too many incidents of people being quote-unquote abducted where it's only the consciousness that is communicating with another being. So, I mean, like, and it could be something as simple as we don't think of it this way because our telephones work differently or whatever, but it could be something as simple as a simple device that they could use. It could be something as simple as, like I was saying, long-range telepathy that this particular species has, or it could be some kind of a scientific pull or something of that nature. But there have been too many documented cases of the full physical body with just a connection through dream space, through mental, through telepathy with another species. I don't know. I'm just wondering why there's all this weird
Kind of looks like you broke Nikki.
stuff. I'm sorry.
Me, I'm just trying to readjust in this ridiculous chair.
But you know,
No,
then I come to think
I'm-
of like the Akashic record, and could it just be that we're all informational and we're all able to share through that with, like, is it some kind of a computerized program that we're not like actually, you know, there's so many weird options out there for things that could potentially be that I don't know what is and what isn't.
Just a question. Have you got your microphone under a fan or heater or something like that?
Why is that so
Okay,
loud
Kayla.
right now?
Huh?
Oh, it's got the going through.
It might be because of that.
Sounds like rain.
It's white noise static.
Yeah.
Here.
Alright, give me a second. I'll see if I can fix it.
Okay. But it's just getting louder and louder and louder.
Yeah, I just noticed that it's really heavily.
Did that stop it?
Nope.
No.
Listen to it.
But I do have to say, this has really been quite an eye-opener for me in a thought process as to why or how. Because I understood I never thought about the physicality aspect of it. I understood the hologram part of it, but I never got the consciousness. I mean, it's just like what SSP does, or what they do. It's the same ETs. I mean, it's not the exact same ETs, but it's the same species of ET. They're just making a choice. Well, that's a little bit better. That's a little bit better, yeah. It's a bit of a relief on the ears.
It's still going,
But I find
it's
it-
less.
Yeah, give me a second.
Yeah, it's much less. Oh, there we go. Hello.
Oh, is it?
Oh, okay. I'm
Okay.
sorry. My
Oh.
mic was not connected properly. Oops.
That is so much better.
John, take yours and just shove it down in there.
That's what she
Yeah. Fran, you don't worry. You don't have to go to Goodwill for this one.
Wow.
Fran, yeah, I'm not letting that go. Fran.
Just shove it down there.
Wow, wow, wow.
Huh.
Okay, so, but it's definitely, you gave me an eye-opener as a new option, Kayla, and I appreciate that. Because I never would have thought of that. I mean, it's a hell of a thought process. Now, I don't know if they can create a hologram that can be physical.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they very possibly could.
Well, and
with the kind of
with that many
technology that
years
they
of
have.
scientific advancement, we have
Oh,
no
yeah.
idea what they would be capable of actually doing
Egg-
and what they wouldn't.
No kidding.
World
in the grand scheme of things.
Right, and
So-
like Cole was saying, is we also don't understand. We understand the physics and everything of how our world works. Okay,
Yes.
so we understand our basic laws, our basic concepts, but we do not understand anyone else's. We don't know if physics are completely different in a different section. We don't know if Common Core math is completely different in a different section. Like, anything could be a possibility of being so different that we don't understand a single bit of their concept.
Yeah, there's a number of options here, and it's just mind-boggling to think about all of them. But if you did have people see the three of you, at going back to your work situation, if all three of you had different people see you at the time that you were supposedly gone, I mean, I'd be asking some very serious questions.
Now, see, that's the problem, though, is that, like I said, in the area that I work, we are very isolated from other people over there. So,
yeah, that's what's
I
got me a little
don't
on the concern
know
side.
if anybody physically saw us there, or
But,
not.
okay, so is there cameras? Do they have security cameras around that can definitively show?
Not in that area, no.
Of course not.
And here's the other thing.
They
Because extraterrestrials, the ones that abduct, can screw with a human's mind, the fact that all three of you have the memory of coming in, sitting down, and you were only there for seconds, or it felt like seconds. That's okay. That's how I feel when I come out of being abducted. When I'm returned,
Yeah.
your body knows. The other thing is that, okay, I'm going to start telling you guys this because you really need to start tracking this. Getting a journal and start writing it up. And this is going to sound really trippy, but when you drive down that road and the two of you have a time bubble that you've lost time, when you get home, you need to start checking your body, or pull over and get a flashlight and start checking your body for marks. And I'm not joking on that, because if you are being abducted and you have a mark on you, such as what I call an ET tramp stamp, like one of the triangle marks that looks like a tattoo, or marks, what look like surgery marks, and you haven't freaking had surgery, for God's sake, get pictures of it, timestamp everything, make journal notes up the wazoo, and start documenting it, because you'll start registering. Because when you're off ship, there's a time difference on board ship than when there is when you get returned. So your body will have muscle memories. So, like, as a female, certain ETs will put your legs up in, they're kind of like a bench, but they're equivalent to stirrups. Let's put it that way. And your muscles that go from underneath your knee up your butt cheek and into your back, those muscles, you will feel it in those muscles. And you'll be stiffer in different areas that you're not normally stiff in. Because, hello, you were kept on a table with your legs up for however long. So those are the kinds of things that you got to take notice of in your body. if you are an abductee, you've got to take notice of, oh God, I'm stiffer than normal. Oh, holy crap. Does that mean that I'm abducted, or is it because, hello, you may have done too much exercise the day before? I mean, you've got to be realistic in this kind of stuff. But it is a process, and you got to journal it, and it's not easy. But that's something that I highly recommend is if when you guys are coming back home and you feel, or you're driving someplace, man, start checking each other, because you could have been gone for multiple hours and returned back at that specific location, but they got the time wrong.
Right.
Which is usually what happens with a lot of, because they don't have the exact timing. Sometimes they do if somebody's sleeping, but not always if they've been awake. And you guys are being taken while you're driving. That to me means that it's happening, that the vehicle's being taken too. So you might want to, is the vehicle magnetized? Start checking the vehicle. Are switches in the car working properly? Are things like the battery connections okay? You got to start checking the vehicle. Because when, for example, when in 2019 we had the UFOI team, half the team went up to Mount Baker. The other half of the team went to ESETI Ranch. They had somebody with a brand new vehicle. They weren't technically part of the team, from what I remember. They were invited by somebody, I don't remember who, and they had like a brand new vehicle that they took with them. That vehicle was abducted with the two humans that were attached to that vehicle. Well, not attached, but you get my idea. And you get the point. And the point, and what ended up taking place is that vehicle came back magnetized. Not only magnetized, there were things that were not, things were in the exact opposite order in the magnetization. And that should not have been happening either. So there are different things that can happen to a vehicle that I wasn't aware of until then. It was a heck of an eye-opener, which leads me to question what the hell happened to the green van that Mom and I were abducted in. I don't remember it being magnetized, but, that's... and they had compasses. They had all kinds of compasses, and I remember, and everything was wrong with the compasses. They were fine when they brought them, and things went wrong with the compasses because the compasses went with the car. And then you had Michael W. Hall, who had his CPAP machine with him. And the CPAP machine has him logged off. I mean, that's scientific evidence right there. Not only do you have the vehicle as scientific evidence, you've got Mike himself as scientific evidence because he had certain things happen to him. Something about his knee or his leg or something. I can't remember exactly what it was. And his boots. That was something going on with his boots. I remember that. But his what the hell is it called? His CPAP machine was a very specific kind of CPAP machine, and it registered that he was no longer on that machine. That's a big deal. So those kind of things you got to be aware of, and you got to take notice of. And if you are an abductee, for goodness sake, start journaling everything, because you'll start making the patterns. There's an actual season to abductions. You can actually figure that season out if you've got 2 years worth of journal notes. Because that's what happened with me. When I realized this, it was a hell of an eye-opener to me. And I was better able to not only predict things, but also pay more attention to my body, because that was really when I started recognizing the fact that, oh yeah, I don't have tinnitus. The left ear ringing that I've had all my life is just before I get freaking abducted. And that's how I made that recognition, was because of the journal notes. Because I started making correlations to all the different patterns. And now I've got it down to between 3 and 9 days is when I get abducted, whenever I hear a left ear ring. And I'm like, or if I'm not abducted, they're going to be here. They're going to show up and do something. And sure as shit, that's exactly what happens. So those journal notes can really make a major... It can really help you with certain situations, and especially when you start documenting it with pictures, or with whether it's medical evidence or documentation in medical. So, like with what Mike did. So, there's things like that. So, yeah. If you've got missing time because you're on a specific road, make note of what time it happened, the amount of missing time, the date it took place, the road it took place. Hell, for that matter, go and put a frickin' mark on the... take a spray paint can, and I wouldn't normally say this, and I'm probably going to get into trouble for saying it, but spray painting a specific spot on the side of the road to where it's not on the cement itself, but somewhere to where you know that, hey, this is where we came out, this is what we registered, and find out if it's still happening. Between this spot and you put another spot down the road, that way you can start pinpointing where it exactly is your abduction point and why are they choosing that road. So I didn't mean to go into all of this, but it's a hell of an eye-opener when you start writing it all down and you start making correlations and start seeing patterns.
Mm-hmm.
It can really, really help. But yeah, it's a mind bender because it's trying to figure all this shit out. And who wants to figure all this shit out when you're trying to deal with your regular day-to-day life? It's obnoxious as F. It really is. But how many thousands upon thousands of people are being abducted?
Mm-hmm.
And we're not just talking in 1 year's time. You're talking millions of people over vast years of time. Yeah, think about that one, What happens when they get done using you? That's the other side of this. That's the side where I start getting pissed off. I'm like, oh God, okay, not all right. As an ET abductee. But yeah, I mean, some things you talked about is really kind of a new version of an eye-opener to me, something I hadn't thought about before, so I appreciate that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big deal. And it is a heck of a thought process. What?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably never going to look more into this. If they want to take me, they can take me. Just don't eat me, please. Like, that's all I'm asking. Friend. It doesn't seem.
Hey, you can make requests.
Take a few pounds.
No, go to the goddamn gym, kid. Jesus.
I have been. But if they want some, I'm willing. Just saying.
Ew.
Ew.
That's not what I meant.
Interspecies erotica.
That's
Don't
been
knock
known
it
to
till you
happen.
try it. There's some lady
That's been known to happen, folks. So,
who's supposedly pregnant with him.
Yeah.
And a ghost.
Oh my.
Hey, there's a lady married to the Eiffel Tower, so...
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There are people married to cars, blow-up dolls, balloons,
There's a lady who
houses.
married a train station in England and then divorced it because it cheated on her.
People are crazy.
What the fuck?
Yeah, people have people are different.
And they call me delusional?
Right?
Fucking hell. Seriously, what the hell? Sorry.
I'm just
Do you
saying.
know
Language,
how
sorry,
many,
guys.
Do you know how many people are married
God.
to dogs?
You know, there's a lady who married herself.
Oh, that's bestiality. I can't even, though. Yeah. Sorry, excuse me.
It
No
makes,
worries.
It makes sense for the train department, train station, though.
Yeah.
You know how many people are getting in and
God.
out of that place?
He's got a point, guys. Like,
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I would worry about it cheating on me,
that
too.
goddamn train station.
I know.
Worse than Corn Hub.
I know. People are just going in and out of it all the time.
Yep.
Oh, dear God.
It knows how to get those locomotives started.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, God, here we go.
Oh.
Get those fires burning.
Well, that was
Cinders
an
and
unexpected...
ashes.
Jesus. Well, this was an interesting conversation that we got going tonight when you asked about the portals, Cole.
This did not go anywhere it was supposed to. I don't
Dinosaur
know what
train.
The train station's got a lot of holes that the trains are going in and out.
Oh, no,
That's not
come
the
on, you
station.
guys.
Well, she tried to keep him on track, but it just didn't work.
Well, if you tell her that should be railroaded.
That relationship was off the rails.
Like Robert said, it was railroaded from the beginning.
That's the problem. There's so many
God.
dirty
I
places
must
that
get out of
go.
it.
Like, the train
Yeah.
station
We
just wanted to
almost
run a train
lost
on
I should
it.
be
that
laughing.
apart.
This can get really bad, guys. Like,
Oh,
The
this
station
could get
always-
very, very bad. It's already bad. What the hell? Fucking hell.
God. Can you imagine if there was a bullet train in that station? Okay.
Kayla. That's more than I want. I'm visual. Stop that.
maybe that's why she divorced him. He came too quickly.
The station always
Jesus.
had trains going in and out.
Oh,
You keep
God.
using
Flash.
that
I
one.
don't know. It's the only one I
Like
can
he's the
think of.
fastest man alive. Mm.
Jesus.
All aboard! Okay.
Oh, Cole, you need to use that one. That's a good statement. All aboard. What Kayla just did, that was an awesome one. You got to use that one. That's a good one. All aboard.
I actually think I made it so I really can't use that one. So,
What?
because I did make a very inappropriate joke in there that I don't know if anyone heard, but it will be very visible on that short. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Opening something.
Really?
Yeah.
Think you can just have that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
No cookies.
Okay.
Going to the gym tomorrow?
What
Yeah.
was that, Robert?
Okay.
No cookies.
Did you go to bed?
No
Can you
cookies.
pick me up tomorrow?
No.
I have to call Grandma.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, God. You guys are ridiculous.
Friend.
Well, this turned into an interesting night.
Doesn't it always?
No.
But about the
Yesterday was
Neptune
quite
thing.
normal.
Oh, no.
Okay, so
But about the
Sorry.
Neptune thing, it was really rather. It's the whole situation is a really rather fascinating thing to me because of what I remember. I don't remember much more than that regarding that portal. Regarding that. Oh God, what does he call it? It's not a jump portal. He calls it a jump.
Jump point.
jump
Point. Yeah, I have a hard time with it. I don't know why. I can't seem to. I gotta write this down. Apparently, I can't seem to
When
remember
you think of
it.
it
But
in your head, Nikki, put the words in neon 1980s lighting.
Jump boy.
Because it sounds like a 1980s action movie.
Actually, it just occurred. It just occurred to me. It's my mom's not her maiden name. It was the initials JP are my mom's married name.
Okay, so
that'll help me remember it.
So we talk about like space portals, okay, and we talk about portals to like different dimensions, and people have said that there's different portals here on Earth that'll take you to like realms, like fairy realms or different realms
they will.
and stuff. Yeah, and then we also have talked about like time portals, okay, where somebody goes into a portal and pops out in like 1950s, whatever that was, or okay.
Airplane. Look at an airplane. Airplanes do that periodically.
Right. Like they'll pop into a different time for a second and then pop out the other side and be like back in their time. Okay, and we've talked about like points on the Earth where people believe that there's time portals or that there's other types of portals.
Yep.
I've heard a lot of people talk about different portals in Ireland as far as fairy portals. I've heard a lot of people talk about the Bermuda Triangle, the Cone of Silence, all of these different places that have mysterious disappearances or mysterious happenings and all that crap.
Like the Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah. Okay. So there's all of these different little time slip things or space slips or dimensional slips. Okay. But so do we believe that all of these portals are natural occurring? Are they created? Or is it a mix of natural occurrence and creation? Or, like, in your mind,
mix.
What do you think?
I think it's a mix.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a mix because I know that ETs can create and open a portal like a jump point or a jump port. Well, no, jump point to me is different than a portal that they create because this is a fixed location in space. But what you're talking about is what I'm seeing in my head is a non-fixed location because what I know is that certain ETs can open a portal from another location and come into literally right into our space, or not space, our airplane. I can't think into our skies. That's what I'm trying to say.
Ozone or atmosphere.
Atmosphere. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Kayla. And so, that's a different ballgame altogether.
But people have talked about the possibility of like Bigfoot being able to create portals, or of like the Fae being able to create portals too. Now, would those portals become fixed, or would that be?
I've seen a portal here on Earth. I forgot about that. When I was the family was on vacation, and we were on was it Orcas? It's the one. No, it was San Juan because it had Friday Harbor on it. And I saw a portal in a park. It didn't scare me. I was like, "Oh my God, that's awesome!" The thing was about somewhere between 6 and 8 feet tall, and it was oval. And it's something I will never forget. It was a real trip and a half. So, yeah, there can be portals on Earth, and that one went to a different realm because I was in broad daylight and it was in pitch black midnight.
Yeah, and like not to bring up like anything like sinister or anything like that, but
no,
they've also
exactly.
talked about having like what they would call demonic portals or poltergeisting portals or something of that nature too. So I mean, obviously there's tons of different races out there that could potentially create these. Now,
different realms. Yeah.
But then do some of them become fixed? Like, are they just never closed? Is that the reason that, like, certain areas are more prone to missing time, space, and people? Or
I have a tendency to believe some of that simply because there are locations, and I think that's why government has closed off different sections of forests
Like national
and
park
different
areas.
Thank you. That's just where I was going with that. Yeah, different sections of national parks because there's specific areas that are so dangerous, and I think that's just one of the vast reasons why that they're closing different sections off. It's not only for the safety of the population, but it's also to keep the information out of the public's hands.
Well, and could it just be for the safety of whatever is on the other side of that portal as well? Okay, because
Very
if
possible.
you do have an open portal to, let's say, a different planetary system or a different realm, okay?
Yeah.
And humans can sometimes carry certain diseases or bacteria or something that could totally
and so can they
affect that area or vice versa. So we could be potentially closing down these sections not just for our safety, but for the safety of an entire realm of different beings as well.
Exactly. Totally agreed.
I'm just going to say it. I've known many humans. We don't carry diseases. I don't know what you're talking about. That's fake news.
Fake news. Okay.
I think Bonnie Blue carries a few.
Whoa.
I'm just saying.
Why would you go there?
She seems like the most diseased person on this planet.
Hey.
I'm
I think
pretty
the
sure
train
that's your
station would
opinion.
beg to differ.
I'm just saying she doesn't buy her toothbrushes from Goodwill.
She finds them off the
So-
street.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Here he goes. Oh, my.
No, that's where she buys her condoms. There's a difference. Anyways.
John would, but he can't afford the ones at Goodwill.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, they're too expensive.
So
Y'all are trees.
somebody brought up something about portals as well. Okay. And
Do we have anybody in chat?
No.
Okay.
no, this was a while ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just talking to random people, and because I'm on this thing that has to do with like different quantum science stuff. It's just one of those little groups that I pop into every once in a while and talk to people. But okay, so they were talking about the fact that there's different realms within the realm. Like there's obviously like the quantum realm. There's the larger universe. There's big and small. Okay, and somebody brought up, well, if that's the case, then could every human being have portals within their, like, DNA structure? Like, their actual body? Okay.
Their makeup.
Right. Like, kind of like that weird, like Horton Hears a Who type stuff, okay? Where there's a whole different realm of people living within one snowflake or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
But that our entire body could be somebody else's universe, and it could be full of portals.
Well, look at okay, here's an example of that in a weird way. Mites on humans.
Uh-huh.
Like hair mites. I mean,
Yeah.
or eyelash mites, or I mean, hell,
Right.
look at an I mean, here's a
Well, I mean, every
look at an
living
ant.
thing is
Look
made
at
out of
look how
millions
tall
of
we
other
are.
living things. It's just
Bingo, exactly.
So does the
Then you
mite
got the microscopic.
right? And that's what I say. So does the mite realize that it's living on a living thing, or does it not? Just like if we were actually part of like some cosmic respiratory system of something, okay? Then we wouldn't even have a clue that we were part of this thing's respiratory system because it's so much bigger than we're capable of even processing, really.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah.
We question it now.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I mean, we question every day whether we are part of something bigger, whether the Earth itself is alive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we even think about the fact that the Earth could all just be a simulation or anything like that. I mean, I guess anytime there's intelligence of any kind, they're going to question their own reality.
Yes, everything questions its own existence.
Yeah. Okay.
At some point or another.
Yep. Like, I would say even the smallest animal that we believe isn't capable of thought, that doesn't mean it's not capable of thought. It's just not capable of the same thought we have.
Yeah, it's not capable of the same thought structure that we have, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't have thought.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So...
Well, that's where you get into, like, the ideas of different consciousnesses and whether or not... Because I would say every living thing, including, like, plants and animals and everything else, they have some form of consciousness to them in order to live. Like, you would almost have to, wouldn't you?
Jellyfish. They got no brains.
They're immortal. Yes, but not having a brain doesn't mean you wouldn't have consciousness, though, right? I mean, like, because wouldn't consciousness be, like, more like an electrical impulse than a...
I ain't touching that one.
Good grief.
But Nikki, going back to the portals, you have gone through portals.
Yeah, I've been with you through portals, but this is different, though. But that, I gotta say, was really freaking cool. And I went, okay. My brain is trying to say 5 different things at the same time, and I can't seem to do it, obviously. One mouth, need 5 mouths, that would be dangerous for me. Oh my god. Anyway,
that one alone too.
you'd never shut me up. You'd never shut me up. Oh, fucking hell.
With
Marry a train station.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway, yeah, because the portal that so I went through 7 portals with Robert that, I mean, I call them portals. I've come to learn that they're vortexes. It's a portal that opens a doorway. That's all a portal is it opens a doorway. However, what you open is vortexes that essentially turn into wormholes. I actually talked to a few people that are very scientific about it, and they're like, that sounds more like a wormhole. And I'm like, but it's spun. Well, that's a vortex. And I'm like, well, that's what it was like. It was going through a vortex. You open a portal, which is the doorway, and then as you're starting to enter it, I started spinning. And I couldn't stop spinning. But we had this forward momentum movement, and that was very wormhole-esque. And I got told, but I can't remember who the hell it was that told me that. But anyway, but that was wormhole. But the portal that I saw on San Juan Island that one year, I don't remember what year that was. I don't remember I think that was 2023, 2022, something like that. That was a mind bender. I mean, we were in a park, and there were if I remember right, they were birch trees, and the year before, that park had gone through a wildfire, so some of the birch trees were scorched up about to 8 feet tall on some of the birch trees, and then all of a sudden, and we're driving through. I'm in the back passenger seat. on the right hand side, and we're driving through this beautiful park, oogling and ogling over, oh my God, they had a horrible fire here, and which was why there was no ground bushes, no grasses, no anything in this one section. And the next thing I see, we're coming by a tree, and something catches the corner of my eye, out of my right eye, corner of it, and I go and I turn my head, and son of a bitch, there's a portal. It's touching the ground, and it goes between, because I'm 5'2.5", 5'3", depending upon who you talk to and who measures me. And this thing was, and the only way I can correlate it is my son is a little bit taller than 6 feet, so it was somewhere between his height and one of the tall ETs, so 6 to 9, I say tall, 9 feet. And it was in an oval shape. It had a white ring around it. And it was dark on the other side. I mean, like, you had the forest, different kind of forest, because the trees were closer together. They looked like they were fir trees. And interesting thing is that some of the trees with the fir trees were some of these birch type trees, and there was grass. Excuse me, it was nighttime, but you could tell that there was grass. And it was almost like there was a yellow glow around the white part of the circle, and the yellow glow went further in. It was almost like an invite. That was the sensation. Was it was like, get out of your car, we've opened this portal door for you, come visit us. That was the sensation that I had. And the more I think about that, that's a little on the frightening side, because if I had been out of the vehicle, I would have been drawn to walk to that portal. That's a little freaking freaky, because that was all I wanted to do, was get out of the car. I was like, oh, we gotta stop. And the car kept continuing, and I'm like, no, we really need to stop. That's what I'm saying out loud. And we just kept going. And what is it that you're seeing? And I'm like, and then it closed up, and I'm like, never mind. Too late. All gone. Never mind. But I kid you not, if I had been out of that vehicle, I would have been walking towards that portal. I mean, it was all I wanted to go to. That's a little frightening to me. So what the hell was drawing me? Because it wasn't the portal itself. I wanted to stand there. Personally, I like to investigate things. I want to go, and I'm not... I'm the kind of person to where, like, when there was a fire in Ballard, and I was pregnant at the time. I was very pregnant at the time. And I happened to be, I don't know, it was less than 5 minutes away, and we saw this weird black smoke. And the person that I was with, I was like, oh, I need to know what that black smoke is, because that's, I mean, I was like, do we need to be calling 911? Because this was early 1990s, like early to mid is what I'm going to say. Well, no, because he was born in 92, so this would have been 1991. And so we went, and I was like, we're literally right across the street from this building that was on fire. And the police had already been called, the fire department had already been called. And I'm like, God, I wish I had my camera. I mean, that's all I kept saying was, and that's the kind of person I am. I'm either going to be running towards somebody to help in one way or another, or I'm always one to rush to the danger to help others. I've always been like that. And when I realized when it hit me, oh my God, I'm pregnant. That's black smoke. That's toxic. Get the fuck out of here. It took me a while to register that in my head. And I'm like, you've got to leave now. They hadn't even cordoned off anything yet. The fire department hadn't even gotten there. I mean, this is like within probably 20 minutes of this thing starting, the whole building, by the time we were in the process of leaving and the fire department and the police had gotten there and a journalist had gotten there. I mean, the journalist was already, he was walking right up to the I don't remember who this is. It was a non, they weren't registered with anybody. I can't think of what that's called at this second. And they walked right up to the frickin' building. I mean, they were getting, like, close, kind of close-ups. I was like, dude, any of that glass in that top story, because that's where the black smoke is, those windows can blow out at any given frickin' moment in time. Get the F. And I kid you not, this guy crossed the street, walked behind me, and I'm kitty corner to the street by this point, and those windows blew. Kid you fucking not. And I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. I turned around and I said, what the hell were you thinking? And I'm not usually one to make a statement like that to a stranger being very pregnant, very like rounded belly going, and I'm looking down and I'm like, okay, it's time to go. And I was like, I stayed too long because I was like, but there's nobody to help and there's nothing I can do and there's da. And I'm like, I want my camera. Where the hell's I got to have my camera. Well, back then we didn't have digital.
Yeah.
And I'm babbling at the moment, but it made an impact because I was like, I've always been the kind to go and help, and if there's a problem, if I can, and yeah. So that was a hell of a memory.
See, and
anyway, babbling. What?
I don't know. I try and help people most of the time. Like if I see someone stranded on the side of the road here, I will stop if I'm alone.
Excuse me. Yeah.
If I have the kids in the vehicle, absolutely fucking not.
Yeah, that's a different ballgame. You got a safety situation. Kids come first.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Duty of care.
Yeah, like it just. There's some situations where I can't help people.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And you have to know what your abilities are in those kind of situations, and and the other side to that is how far into the danger zone do you put yourself?
Yeah, that's my biggest issue.
So there's
when I'm alone.
There's a whole. Yep.
I won't give a shit.
Yeah, I've been known to help folks and get bit in the ass for doing it. So, you got to pick and choose. It's like picking and choosing your battles carefully.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah. Fun. Anyway, weird stuff. We're talking about portals, and then I go off into that little weird story. Yeah. Sorry about that.
It's all good.
Kayla left, so like she didn't even care about anything. And now she's on the phone. For not talking to anyone. She's like, I don't care. Fuck you guys.
They always say the kids are on their phones all the time.
Huh? Oh.
Always the adults. Piss.
Really?
Yeah, well, you should have seen me today. Holy shit. I was trying to get my phone to work.
I slept all day. Oh, man.
Well, yeah, but
man, I wish I could have.
Yep.
So
that's a big difference, though. Yeah. That's huge.
Oh yeah.
I woke up.
That's the kind of schedule I used to keep.
7 o'clock. I was like, oh hey.
It was nice though, cause like the first time in a while we've gotten 8 hours. So Fran,
Yeah.
Normally it's 5 to 6 because of her schedule and the way it works.
Yeah.
Fran,
Oh.
Yeah.
what time?
Well, I get to do
it's already
stuff
11:45.
all over again Friday, so.
Today was quite
What do you mean?
productive.
Huh?
What do you mean?
I fucked up today on something that
Oh,
doesn't
that shit.
fit.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I fucked up, and it just kind of screwed my whole day over royally, and now I got to do everything on Friday. So
Fran, I've been there. Fran,
yeah, and my son was like, "Mom, you need to cut yourself some slack." Hell, even the nurse I talked to, she's like, "It happens. Cut yourself some slack." I'm like, I didn't. Yeah, it took me all damn day just to, calm my
See,
shit back down
when
because it
people
doesn't
say that
take
shit
it.
to me, I love turning on them. I'm like, you're right. You know what? This is your fucking fault.
No, I took responsibility for my shit, but I also know that I kind of got pushed on Monday, and I know better. But anyway, yeah, it was definitely on me and my fuck up. But
Goes to the edge.
it's just something that irritates myself that I ended up doing something like that, and now I've
Being triggered.
yeah, it didn't go well for today. Let's just put it that way.
Fran, that is.
So. It just means I got to do everything all over again on Friday, which is ridiculous. But it is what it is, and I got to let it go, and I'm having a hard time letting it go. And I don't normally have a hard time letting things go, but apparently I am on this one. So live and learn.
Life.
Yeah, it is life.
Fran,
I'm just having a hard time letting go, and I don't know why.
come on, Elsa. You can do it.
Elsa?
Let
it
go.
Let it
Let
go.
it go.
Can't hold it back anymore.
Oh, fuck no.
You are the ugliest Elsa I've ever seen, kid.
Yeah,
I'm a beautiful
that was a
Elsa.
terrible rendition.
I'm a beautiful, beautiful Elsa.
Uh-huh.
Just wait till I finish.
Might be about a wicked.
Whoa! I just had a vision of all of us at the scat. Well, no, I don't know if it's. I don't know what it is. But it reminded me of the Skagit. Robert, you're there. You come to the United States. Holy shit! How many years off is this? What the hell?
It's in the great future.
I'm literally seeing Cole, Kayla, Robert, me, and I can feel different kids around us. And we're in a 10 by 10 canopy, under a 10 by 10 canopy, and it looks like fairgrounds.
We have a booth.
And
at
we're
the fair.
talking, wow,
Huh.
what the hell?
The ghost vine.
It's in the future.
Must not go in.
Canada becomes a part of the U.S.
Oh, shit.
Russia breaks up into millions of different.
Oh, for
continents.
God's
You
sake.
mean when the U.S. becomes the 11th province?
I don't know what I'm talking about. You mean when
Oh.
Canada becomes the 51st state?
Okay, so
God.
anyways,
Well,
how's
that was
everybody
interesting.
doing?
So what are we talking about next week? Any plans?
Not yet. No,
Any
I
ideas?
got nothing.
How about you and you guys? You got any?
You and you guys?
Yeah.
He's so articulate.
So I will not be on the show for the next 2, maybe 3 weeks, something like that.
Well, 3 weeks from now you should be.
Well, she might be tired then.
Oh, give a crap.
She'll be back, just right back from her trip.
Yeah.
She'll be tired. She needs beauty rest.
Yeah, sure.
She's at work that day.
Ugh.
Well, we can't talk about Fallout.
In there. Robert Shirt says, hang in there.
And down below it says it gets worse.
It gets worse.
Oh, I forgot to tell you guys something. I found something out today. Did you guys know that the Greeks
he's all
named
excited.
the Arctic?
Yeah.
Do you know
No.
what it
What was
means?
it? Yeah.
The Greeks named the Arctic. Do you know what it
Okay.
means?
No.
Bears. So do you know why they named the Antarctic the Antarctic?
No bears?
No bear.
No bears. They had never been. They'd been to the Arctic. They had never been to the South Pole. They had no
Antarctic.
idea. They just figured it's got to be the opposite.
So, no bear.
Well, then there's all the drop
hell
bears
did
in
you find-
Australia.
Jesus.
Cole is
How the
like
hell
the
did you
king
find
of
this out?
random ass information. Here.
I have a lot of time on my hands.
Well, then stop opening the bottles.
I just honestly watch a lot of little videos. And that was one of the facts was a Greek philosopher, like a current Greek philosopher from Harvard talking about this, that it is his favorite interesting fact about Greece. Is that
Wow.
in the ancient times of like Socrates, they named the Arctic and Antarctica.
Socrates.
Oh, holy shit. That's kind of a big deal.
Well, we could talk about vampires next week. There's been a lot of talk about that.
I was thinking we should wait a couple weeks to do that one, wait till your mom comes back as one, since she's going to New Orleans.
Yeah, so she can get the sparkly stuff on her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see what kind of vampire she comes back as.
She'll get the blue filter, the sparkles.
Great. Do you know, that would be my fucking luck, too. It would be like some screwed up version of a vampire that only has the bloodlust, but nothing
No,
else.
you get the Nosferatu vampire. The
Right.
bald.
I just get bald and have really long fingers with
Yeah.
nasty ass fingernails. Nice.
So,
So yeah, nothing changed except for the bloodlust.
no, we can talk about that if you want.
No, I gotta be honest though. If
Just
you were
there's
gonna
been news
be
about
a
it.
type of vampire,
There's what?
There's news about it.
Okay, we will talk about that later.
Okay.
And then, friend.
Yeah.
yeah, I shouldn't bring that up if
There's
you
a-
guys are gonna talk about
There's
it.
a lot of news about vampires recently, so
Okay.
I'm just bringing that out there. I don't know.
Then next there'll be the werewolves and dogmen, and
Oh yeah,
it goes in cycles.
we can start it all up again.
Friend.
Then I can wear the shirt I got from the cosplay lot. It says "Shift happens."
Nice.
Friend, yeah, we are 6 minutes out, friend.
Yeah.
That went quick.
It did.
Yeah, it did.
Friend,
Well, time goes by when you're having fun.
time goes by no matter what you're doing.
Trust me.
But
Unless
faster.
Friend, like,
I don't know.
you are very articulate tonight.
I know.
Whatever, man. It's relative.
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah, you're related to him. You're related to her.
Yeah, like. Friend, Nikki, where do we find the show?
Yes. Restore Belief on YouTube. Restore Belief with Nikki on YouTube. Facebook.com/Nikki, NIKKI .Jacobs, JACOBS .376. Those are the two most locations you can find me at. Also on Twitch. Angels Are Life. Excuse me?
Wasn't there one with Grinder?
No, not Grinder. That's Twitch.
What are you on, Nikki?
Twitch. Instagram.
Sorry.
Instagram is Nikki_angels, the letter R, and then the word life.
She's really experimenting.
X is Restore Belief with Nikki. Oh my god. I have a comedian here. Well, it's not a famous comedian. I have a smartass that is a friend that is on the other side who likes to act like he's a comedian who is saying all kinds of interesting little things in my ear right now. And I'm trying to ignore him so that I can continue saying. And shit. See, now it's all gone. The rest of it's all gone. We had X, we had Twitter, we had... No, X is Twitter. Instagram, Facebook. Rumble, thank you. Yeah, Rumble.
That was the one.
Not Grinder, Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, please, people have been asking me in my chat, oh God, Robert, where the hell is it that they think... What's your... It's the one where women show everything, and I'm like, what?
OnlyFans?
At OnlyFans. I'm like, what the... No.
And then the troll with Roseanne Barr and other things like that.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, I'm
I was
getting...
just about to say, trolls, you can leave her site alone this week, please. Just annoying people and you get banned, so...
Yeah.
Find me at sparklytatas.com.
Well, then they better
Look
be
at that,
sparkly, baby.
Your mom's just calling you out like that.
Wow. That's my
His
private...
handle is Glittery Peaks.
That's my private business. It's how I get my gambling money.
Oh my God, you guys.
Yeah,
Sparkly
John-
spinners.
Hey.
Anyway,
John
so
won
that's
big
how
at
I...
the lottery.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I won really big at the lottery last week. Not last week. Yesterday. Like, super
$5?
big.
$2?
Megally big. Way bigger than that, Nikki.
$7?
Way lower than that, Robert.
$5.
Way lower.
$5.
Just
A solid $3.
A solid $3. There you go.
I know.
Yeah, he bought himself a coffee. He's
Yeah.
broke again.
I'm surprised you could get a coffee for that cheap.
Ooh.
It was a 7-Eleven $2 coffee.
Ah.
Wow.
And a donut.
It was pretty great.
So anyway, YouTube is Saturdays at 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. Pacific, and I will usually post what the time is. Just depends on what takes place with my elf, usually.
Yeah, usually between 4 and 6 Australian time in the afternoon on the next day.
Yep. So, yeah.
Robert, any news from Paranormal Perth?
Not recently, because the other Nikki's daughter had to go get, I think, 7 teeth taken out
Yikes.
now. So they have to put her under for that. So she's recovering at home from that. So, yeah.
Ouchie.
Mm.
Well, I hope she's doing better. Friend.
I think she is. Haven't heard anything from the other Nikki, so I don't know. But I'd say that she was, because the grandmother was there to help take care of the daughter.
Yeah, good.
Rock on. Friend. Well, I am going to end this show on a little bit of a sad note. Sorry, guys.
Aw, what's that?
Friend. Our
Dawson
hearts
from
go out
Dawson
to
Creek?
all the families at Tumbler Ridge.
Okay.
Friend.
Is that the situation in Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is
Okay,
nothing I can
I've
say
only
to
heard
help you
pieces.
guys other than we are praying for you, and friend, to all those that are in the hospital.
What happened?
Canada's second worst school shooting.
Mm.
9 people dead and 25 hospitalized.
My God.
So, Yeah.
That's awful. I am
We
so
love you all,
sorry.
and
Yeah.
we hope that you all recover.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Friend.
Except for the 9 that are deceased, otherwise they'd be zombies.
Well,
Yeah.
that would give us something to talk about next week, though.
Oh yeah.
Friend.
Oh yeah.
Friend. But no, they're like it's a horrible situation. There's not much we can do. Other than I'm gonna keep fighting for y'all on Facebook because I am really tired of everyone making it political. Friend.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah, well, all the guns are brought back down here, but they're still able to get them somehow because the ones that did the shooting at Bondi Beach, they were able to get their hands on guns. So it does work to lessen the amount of shooting.
It's amazing
But-
how we don't even hear that
Yeah.
you guys had one. Like I
Last year. Hanukkah.
Yeah.
They were having a big Jewish
Yep.
setup at Bondi Beach, and these two
Yeah, it
Pricks.
was on the news, son.
father and son.
Oh,
Father and son. The father got shot and killed, and the other maniac got beaten down by civilians and stood on, trodden on his head. So I doubt it would have put any sense into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friend, but
But yeah,
People are crazy.
yeah, and
yeah, they are all over the place.
but to all those that are in recovery at the hospital, to all the families, friend, we're praying for you. Friend,
Yeah.
Sure.
thinking of you.
Definitely.
Have a good night.
Yeah. Good night, everybody. Thank you for listening. Don't
Yeah,
forget to listen
definitely.
to us every Wednesday, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, here on the S4 Paranormal Bunker.
And like and subscribe.
Woohoo!
Yeah, like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Thanks, John. Friend, jackass. I love you. All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Data transfer complete. System malfunction. Please evacuate immediately. Program terminated.
Son of a biscuit eater.